guys, welcome back to another Blythe video. As you can already see, I've been sketching ideas for some animal-eared headbands to DIY for my Blythe dolls. Now I'll show you how I brought these to life. I'm using a sculpting app on the iPad called Forger. I've barely used this before, so I'm not very good, but I bring in a basic sphere and I use the resizing tool to make it bigger, then flatter and narrower. Then I start to play with shaping the surface. I'm going to sculpt one stylized rabbit ear. I use the inflate tool set to inverted so it digs away at the shape. I use the smoothing tool now and then to avoid any sharp or weird geometry. I also use the move tool to push the shape around. The mirroring that you see here was on when I started, but I will be turning it off to create an asymmetrical design. I pinch the exterior edges to sharpen them up. And I crease the interior edges and smooth it out a little. I add a little more bulk to the front and then remove the symmetry. Now I'm adding to the edge to create the stylized tuft that I drew in my sketch. If you're interested in 3D sculpting and, like me, you're more of an intuitive sculptor than a technical one, then I do recommend giving this app a try. Now we jump to the finished model, which I will send to my husband to add to the headband shape that he's modelled for me. I just drew round one that I already had and he extruded the shape from my drawing. He's cut off the bottom of my sculpted ear to fit on the band, and he's added in a channel that the headband sort of fits into. I want to use our 3D printer to make these real. So here he is laying out the pieces in the optimal positions for printing and showing the internal structure. Here the tips of the ears are almost finished printing. And here they are with the support material removed, ready to have any rough edges sanded down before painting. Here they're sanded and this is how they clip onto the headband. I couldn't resist trying it on to see how it'll look. I airbrushed the ears and outer band with a flat acrylic lilac colour, since I'm not going for realism. The printing ridges do show up a lot here. I could perhaps have tried to sand it all over before I painted it. I mixed up a pink colour and painted the insides of the ears and the headband. I painted a few hairs too. And here's another test fit, looking cute. Now I'm going to glue the ears on with this. It's like a thick super glue. Here's a better look at the inside and the underside, and they're all glued together. I'm going to paint it all over now with this matte Mod Podge to protect the acrylic paint from getting chipped. I use a flat brush, so I try not to leave streaks. Here's my finished bunny ears. But wait, I want to make a different pair to go with them. I use Forger on the iPad again, and I decided to sculpt the bear ear that I drew. I used all the same tools as you saw before. My husband works his magic, and here come my ears. You can already see I've sanded them, I'm so impatient, and I've tried to smooth out any obvious layer lines on the outer surfaces. Now it's not 100% smooth, but it should look better under the paint. And as if by magic, painted. The brown I mixed up wasn't as opaque as the lilac, so I'm finishing off the painting by hand. Now I'm going to mix up a burnt umber for the inside ears and the inside of the headband. I use the acrylic paint thinner that is for the airbrush, so I get a smooth consistency because this paint is pretty thick. I add it to my paint with a dropper. Now I paint it on, building up the opacity with a few layers. Here we are, and there's just a few touch-ups to be done. Now I'm ready to glue the parts all together. And paint all over with a sealant and leave it to dry. Here we are, two lovely headbands with animal ears. I think they came out really nice, and compared to my original sketches, they are pretty close too. Well, as I said before, I am very new to 3D sculpting, but I think I want to make a deer ear headband with some antlers on it too. What would you like to see? Why not leave a suggestion in the comments? I'll leave you now with some nice shots of the headbands being modelled, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye bye!